Hello, welcome to the When I Have Spare Time podcast. My name is Frank, and I'll be sitting here talking to you for a few minutes. As usual, wearing clothes, I'm wearing my PetSmart shirt. I used to work there. Um, yeah, I have nothing really special to say about that. Anyway, we have Jahio dancing in the background since she's going to be the thumbnail again. Um, I had a nostalgia moment. So I leave work this morning, and the streets are I'm gonna say like they're all like blocked off, and there's like like a bunch of trucks, and I don't know what they're doing. It looked like construction, but not really, because it was just a bunch of trucks parked, but they blocked off the street. The street was closed, so I'm just like, I'm not gonna go that way. I'm gonna go a different way anyway. So I walk near the guy, the West Side Pavilion. Okay, so over there. So I'm on my way home, and I start having flashbacks of my ex girlfriend, Maddie. And the reason why is because we used, I say we, she used to go shoplifting there. That was her favorite place to shoplift. Like she would shoplift in the West Side Pavilion, and then there's a thrift store, like a thrift clothing shop across the street from the West Side Pavilion, and she would go in there and steal a bunch of stuff. But it was just funny because it was such a I guess a warm, innocent feeling. It brought me back to some good times. It's there's nothing like having a girlfriend that shoplifts. But like you don't shoplift, but like you're there because you're hanging out. So like you're hanging out, and she's like, "Hey, Frank, I'm gonna go steal some stuff from Hot Topic real quick." Okay, well, I guess I'll go in there with it. Like it was just good fun times. Good good fun time. you know, it's impossible to find a normal girlfriend these days. Now, granted, this was a while ago, but I think she might be um like my favorite girlfriend or ex girlfriend, whatever, because because things were interesting with her because when shoplifting, like I don't know, like we went shoplifting at least twice a week, and I say a week. I didn't steal anything, but I was there with her. Um, and like she was so happy, like I think her record was stealing $150 worth of stuff. And like I don't even know how you pull that off. you know but she's white, like a teenage white girl. Probably that's probably like the last person security is gonna follow or gonna suspect or look at. It's like um god, it's like old Asian ladies and teenage girls. Well, old Asian ladies and teenage white girls steal the most because no one suspects them, and like they both know that. Like I can't tell you how many times I've seen an old Asian lady shoplifting. you know and you're like, well, why are you looking? I'm like, well, because she's Asian, so I don't care how old you are. If you're Asian, I'm looking. And I just happen to see a lot of old Asian ladies steal, and like they do it right in the open too, right in the open. But listen, man, like if I could get away with it, I would too. But let's, like, I know I'm the first suspect, so I can't. You know, well, I would love to like shoplift alcohol, or meth. Imagine shoplifting meth. Imagine a store that sold meth. You know, that's something I got to look into. Cause like, okay, you remember, remember, I haven't said it yet, but like, how like they have like weed shops, Okay, so like, how come you can't have meth shops? You know, like, don't you think that would make a lot of money? I think so. I mean, like, let's just put it this way: like, if there was a meth shop by my house, hell, if there was a meth shop on downtown LA, whatever, I would be there every other Friday. You know, like, I would buy enough to last a week. No, yeah, a week, and then like recover for a week, and then bam, next Friday get more meth. It'd be like the bi-weekly meth plan. You know, I think it's a good idea, but like I think that's a market that could totally um, be well, experienced, investigated, tapped into, whatever. I just think that there's a market for that. And here's another thing. Like, you don't have, like, you could have a weed shop and then just sell meth at the weed shop. Like, you don't have to like announce, so like let's say like someone comes in and buys weed and like like, hey, are you cool, whatever, and then like you give them like the secret code word so like they know that you sell meth. It's kind of like, God, there used to be a coffee shop I used to go to, Tanner's. I think I told you this before. Like, they sold alcohol, but like it wasn't advertised. But like you can get an alcoholic vanilla mocha, you know. So I don't see why you can't do that with like a weed shop and meth. I don't know. I think it's a good idea. Um, Granted, I think a lot of my ideas are good, and other people tell me that they're horrible. Um, okay, maybe a meth shop is a bad idea because I think that would be a shop that would probably get robbed a lot, right? I think. Gonna hit repeat on the video now. For those of you that don't know, in Korea, she's considered ugly. But once again, the reason why she's the thumbnail is because she has a nice rack. That's all. But anyway, in in Korea though, she's considered ugly. But anyway, yeah. So like, I'm thinking. Okay, well, the first thing I need is to get investors. Okay, and so I'd probably need, well, I probably have to get a bank loan. So like I would have to work on a pitch about how, um I don't know, like, you gotta you gotta rent out a building, or could you rent out like shelf space in a already established pot shop. That's what I do. I would actually like pay a consignment fee. And so like whatever, like instead of like top shelved kush, it'd be like top shelf meth. You know, I don't know. Like I really gotta look into this stuff because I really think there's a market for that. And yeah, like I was on Facebook and like someone brought up meth. So it was just like fresh on my mind. But I don't have any problems or addictions. Anyway, I don't know how I got on this topic. I was trying to talk about my girlfriend. Listen, no, see, but the thing is, like, back then I was like extra punk, so I had a mohawk and shit. So, I really took all the attention. So, like, when we would go into stores, like, it was like, oh, guy with a mohawk, and it was like bleach. So, like, people would just like look at me, and then like the little run of the mill average Jane Doe white girl, no one's gonna look at her. She's stealing everything. So like I guess I was part of it just because I was like a distraction, but like I didn't actually steal. But yeah, that was a long time ago. I mean, that was actually probably how many years ago was that? I met her on Plenty of Fish actually. Like we were a match, which is weird. And I don't know why I even had Plenty of Fish, but yeah, whatever. I don't know what my real point was when I hit record. So I'm sorry. I've probably said enough. You guys have a good one. I'll talk to you later. Peace.